Here in the Certified Angus Beef Test Kitchen, we love exploring with different flavors. And what we have found is beef can take you anywhere you want to go. And tonight we're traveling to Germany for dinner with a traditional beef dish called Beef Rouladen. This German classic has a dynamite flavor. Using Certified Angus Beef thin sliced top round only makes it that much better. Just rough dice your mirepoix, which is carrot, onion, and celery. But I like to keep the celery leaves. There's a lot of flavor. This is a beef dish that uses thin sirloin, top round, which is what we're using, and it's really thin. It's 1/4 inch thick. We're going to fill our thin sliced Certified Angus Beef top round with very traditional German flavors. And this will be a part of our filling once it's completely rendered, but also then the grease that's left in the pan we will use for browning our rouladen. Just like every time you cook bacon, hopefully start in a cold pan, so as the pan heats up, it renders everything slowly and you don't burn your bacon. This is the beef that we're using, and this is thinly sliced top round. And it is the perfect size for this German rouladen. You will see this very regularly in your retail case at your local grocery store with the Certified Angus Beef brand. So I just use a piece of plastic wrap, and then with your meat mallet, we're going to be gentle, and as we do this, we kind of push out. And we just want evenness amongst all the pieces. Before we fill, we want to season. So I'll do salt and pepper and a little paprika sprinkle. And next, we do a very generous amount of German mustard. And then I'll use a spoon and spread it out. So the chopped onion and then our pickle. So you just line your pickles just as you envision rolling it in a little bit. So take your bacon out, then disperse your bacon as evenly as you can. Okay, so now we get to roll our rouladen. This is the messy fun part. Being very careful to keep everything on top of each other, rolling very gently. Just roll straight forward. It's okay if you lose onion, it's not okay if you lose bacon. Shove it back in there. This seal needs to stay secure as we brown. So I like to go down in, come up through. But as you put more in, you wanna think about the fact that we want to brown this side as well. So I try and keep it as flat as I can. With the remaining bacon fat in my pan, I'm going to sear off our rolled and secured rouladen in the pan. Color is flavor, so I'm not worried about the coloring getting too dark. I'm just trying to get an even sear. These aren't finished, but we are going to start with our vegetables in this same pan, because everything at the bottom of this pan is really good flavor. We want to pick all this up. We're going to pincer, which really just means we're going to caramelize some tomato. So tomato paste goes straight into these vegetables. So don't be afraid to let this get a little bit of color. That's what the pincing means. That's what it's doing right now. So we'll go in with a good red wine. If you would drink it, you can cook with it. I'll do about a cup in here. You just want to get a really nice velvety look to your wine. Add your sugar, a little bit of sugar, and then flatten out your veggies, because you have to think this is the bed that our rolled rouladens are going to lay on and braise in. You could turn off the heat at this point, and in goes our beef stock. Toss in some bay leaf, and this will go into the oven at 325 for an hour and a half. So they're perfectly cooked. They don't look super cute with all of the toothpicks, but we gently take them out and set them aside so we can take the toothpicks out, but then make our gravy. We're gonna make a cornstarch slurry. So this is a 1 to 2 part cornstarch and water, and this is what's gonna thicken your gravy. Just like this, perfect consistency. I'm gonna let this boil for just like 2 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna pull out these toothpicks. Holy tender, be very careful. Your adorable rouladens will pull apart. And then we'll thicken it with our slurry. This is where you whisk until you think all that cornstarch has cooked through. Arrange your German rouladens as cutely as you can. And then we top it with the gravy. And top with a little bit of chopped parsley. So let's cut into one of these. Holy cow. Look at the tender. I'm talking about top round right now. I don't even need this knife. Look at this. Let's get some pickle and some bacon. That is bomb. Thank you, Germany. You can taste the mustard. It's really spicy. The beef is so tender. If you want to try a classic German dish, try Beef Rouladen and let Certified Angus Beef take you to Germany. See you next time here in the Test Kitchen.